Well, I mean, bring it back to the professor, actually. If someone is suffering, I know you're against the concept of this assisted dying, if someone is suffering from a terrible, debilitating illness, surely allowing them to end their life in a dignified way is the kindest thing to do.
Yeah, well, people talk about the importance of dignity and the importance of autonomy. Let me make a couple of points about that, because I think this is often misrepresented, even in the argument at a fairly high level. And the kind of thing I would say is this: autonomy is one of the major principles of medical ethics. It's one of the things that really helps to direct our association, our relationship with patients and so on. But it's not an overarching element of medical ethical care. Think about it this way. I mean, moments of thought would tell you that self-determination here, it may allow you to refuse a particular treatment, but it doesn't allow you to have any particular treatment that you wish to have. And especially so if that treatment then has an adverse effect, such as we've just been discussing, on other members of the community. So your autonomy, your self-determination doesn't exist in some kind of isolated vacuum. It does have implications for others in society. The other thing about dignity I'd say is this, and I think this hasn't come out really as much as it needs to come out in this debate, and I think it's really important, and it's this: the idea that by the sort of techniques that are available in Oregon, the sort of proposals that are about to come before the Scottish Parliament that are part of the Meacher Bill, these involve the patient administering drugs which are prescribed for them, a lethal cocktail of drugs. Incidentally, no one has yet agreed what that lethal cocktail ought to be, but the experience in Oregon is very interesting, because a large number of patients going through that process don't find that this is a simple taking of a pill, they slip away, it's all peaceful and dignified. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. The reality is that for many people in that situation, what they find is that they have profound nausea and vomiting. They perhaps don't go to sleep the way they expect to. The whole thing is undignified and horrendous for them. And so I think people need to see the real picture, not just this idea that, well, we don't treat animals like this and it's a simple matter of slipping away. Actually, the reality is that it's nothing like that at all. This is very different from deliberate euthanasia, where you're administered a lethal injection. And even that, as we know from experience of capital punishment in the United States particularly, is something which often goes badly wrong as well.